Hello, friends and neighbors. Today I am going to attempt something for the first time, so you may or may not ever see this. I am a member of a Patreon group with the Massey Art Studio, and every week they give us a challenge. And last week it was a triad color challenge, and so I did a painting with red and blue and yellow, and it was lovely, and it's around here somewhere, and I'd show it to you, but I don't know where it is. Anyway, this week it is a kiss pour. Now, I don't think I've ever done a kiss pour. I might have done one a long time ago, but I don't remember. So we'll see how this goes. I have my canvas all taped and push pinned on the back again, so it doesn't sit in its own mess. I'm also trying to figure out how to get my top of my head and my pour and my stuff all in the shot, and I haven't figured that out yet, but we're still early in the game. So today our colors are this lovely white Artist Loft Flow Acrylic with a little bit of DecoArt White Satin Enamel mixed in. Makes the white a little more opaque. Sometimes it can give you some kind of cool effects, so we'll see how that goes. I have DecoArt 24 karat gold, which is in this lovely little cup because I had to thin it down a little bit. I have Atelier Indigo Blue Black, which is a very, very, very dark blue. I have Pebeo Silver with just a splash of DecoArt Tin in it to make this lovely color. I have Mont Deep Cyan, which is this lovely, very blue color. I have another white, which is the same as the big white, except this one's just thicker, that I actually used in my cups to pour with. And I have Artist Loft Powder Blue, which is this kind of great, almost purpley looking light blue color. The challenge was to use 3 colors of blue: a dark, a bright, and a light, silver, gold, and white. So I have already layered my cups, which took a little while because I was trying to make little thin layers of paint, because my friend and lovely artist woman Mina Villegas gave me that feedback. So trying to do as I'm told. She is really good at what she does. So, I mean, if you're going to pick people to learn from, pick the good ones. And we've all been down that other road before, and it ain't pretty. So, first thing we're going to do is pour this base coat. As I said, it is a little thinner, considerably thinner than the paint that I used for my colors. So let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Whee. Lovely. Alrighty. And as always, leave some in the cup because you just friggin' never know. Alrighty. The table's a little sticky from yesterday's pour because I didn't clean it up immediately because I was literally afraid to touch the painting because I have been on a spree of ruining things. So I'll let it sit overnight. I turned the air conditioner off today, took the sweatshirt off, which means it's going to be hot in here, but at least it won't be roaring. So that's a good thing. All right, let's see about spreading this around. Not using the spatula from yesterday because it's got a little bit of black on it still, and I don't really need that in here, so I'm going to use this palette knife from Liquitex instead. I love this palette knife. This is my favorite palette knife to swipe with, which I haven't done for a while either, so maybe there'll be a challenge for swiping. Who knows? Who knows? I never know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in my own life, much less trying to figure out what's coming down the pike with somebody else's decisions. Alrighty. Today I'm just skipping the gloves, y'all. I can't stand them. They make my hands so hot. But anyway, so what'd y'all do today? Anything good? Anything exciting? I baked. Well, first I went to the gym, which was challenging today. Some days are more challenging than others, you know. I don't quite know why, but today was one of the challenging ones, but, you know, we got her done, so that's what matters. And when I got home from the gym, I made a loaf of low-calorie apple cinnamon oatmeal bread. So we'll see how that goes. My whole downstairs smells really yummy right now, though. Doesn't smell very yummy up here. It smells like paint, but downstairs it smells good. So hopefully that'll turn out well. If the smell is any judge, then it will. All right, let's see. I've got a big old bubble right here. Probably I would just torch it. That's nice. All right. I don't want to torch it. I'm gonna give it a little torch, just to pop the bubbles. Because while I did mix this paint yesterday, oops, there's a eyelash in there. While I did mix it yesterday, of course I had to come back up and fiddle with it before I started pouring. Where are my, there, tweezers. I had to mess with it because sometimes when your paint sits, it gets thick. And I am a great believer in actually having my paint move when it's supposed to move. So I came upstairs and stirred everything and checked consistencies, which of course makes air bubbles. Air bubbles aren't good. Well, they can be, but sometimes they're kind of fun. They make fun effects. But anyway, the idea with this technique is to layer your two cups the same. So I started with white, then went to the gold, back to the white, and then went in with the Atelier, the dark blue, because, you know, if blue and gold get together, you get green. And green isn't on the list of accepted colors for this challenge. So then I went to the silver, to the bright blue, to more white, to the light blue, a little more white, and then just kind of repeatedly ran through the lineup in small layers until I got enough in my cups. There's probably a little too much in my cups, but better too much than not enough. So the idea here is you pour these both at the same time, and you start off with the paints touching. Now, you don't end up with them touching because as you pour, the cups get further apart just from the pouring action. So we'll see if this turns out to be anything or if I gotta scrap it and go again. So here we go. Well, that's interesting looking. Not. Huh. Cool. Weird. Weird but cool. Cool but weird. So let's torch it. Get the bubbles out of that. Interesting, dude. Okay. Just gonna let it spread for a sec. I'm gonna turn this around because it seems to be migrating in my direction. It's attracted to me. Isn't that nice? All right. So, which part do I like the best and which part do I like the worst? I like it all. It's all beautiful. I'm just going to kind of swirl it around a little bit and see what happens with my colors. And again, you don't want to sling these around like they're on the end of a string. You want to take it nice and slow and stretch it. There it goes off that edge. That wasn't quite what I had planned, but that's okay. Down here and around. The outside, you usually lose bits off the outside anyway, so. Oh, I like that. Well, I like what I'm seeing. That's cool. That is cool. All right, I'm going to take it off that upper, my right hand corner first. Oh, this is so neat. Let's see if I can keep it neat. That'd be nice. All right. I noticed that on the last video I made that sometimes you could barely hear me, which is why I turned off the air conditioner today, because, I mean, you might not want to hear me, but I want to at least put it out there, so if you do want to hear me, you can. All right, off of that corner we went. Get back to the middle, move the weight of that paint back where it belongs. Looks like there's a snake in the middle of this thing. Ew. All right. Where now? Where now? Oh, that's interesting. How neat. All right, I think we'll go down this way. Oh, I'm supposed to be turning this so you can see. Whoops. All right, there we go. I can't remember everything, you guys. Too new at this. All right, down and over. Walking it down. Take it over that corner. All righty, back to the middle. Back. Listen to the pitter-patter of little paint drops. Okay, let us, this is so cool. Lost some stuff that I liked, but there's some other stuff that I like too. So, which way? I think we'll go down to this corner. I am so, ooh, it's slippery, y'all. All this paint on here just makes it so slippery. Right back to the middle and walk it down to that corner. I'm really not used to talking while I paint. Usually I have music on, but unless I want to be copyrightly infringed, which I won't fool with them people, so I have to learn to talk while I paint. Isn't this the most interesting, weird looking thing ever? I'm kind of into it, y'all. Kind of. So slippery though, good grief. Back to the middle. I don't know what that looks like in the middle. Kind of see two people. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Back to the middle. coaching myself. Over. Okay, good. Caught that corner. Let's take it back to the middle. Isn't that just interesting looking? Look at that. That's crazy, y'all. Crazy cool. Now, I wasn't looking really for a lot of cells. Cells are pretty and all that stuff, but I wanted to see these lines. I wanted to see all of the fingerlings and the lines and the interesting things that this paint gets up to by itself. I have that one little dark place. Isn't that funny? It's all the white that goes around it so that the blue and the green don't turn, or the blue and the yellow don't turn green, because I don't want green. All right. I think that's cool. I really think that's cool, y'all. I really do. Listen, could I pat myself on the back a little harder? Well, probably, but my hands are nasty, so. Anyway, let's put this down. Let's put it down before I do something stupid like flip it onto my chest. Alrighty. You know, when I set this room up, this is like the third iteration of this room, because I keep deciding that there's a better way to do it. There's a better way to do it. There's a better way to do it. And I really liked the way that it was before this time, and it might go back to that. Before this, I had my back facing that way, and I was in front of all of my paints, which are hanging on the wall on a pegboard. Oh, duh. See, I get talking and I'll forget what I'm doing. I have to torch this a little. That's it. That's all I get. Because the more you torch, the more little cells are going to pop up. And I like cells. I think they're cool looking, but I don't really want them here. I don't. So I want to do my best not to have some. Anyway, I have my back to my paints, which was handy because all I had to do was reach around to get stuff. However, it just wasn't a very good setup any other way you looked at it. But I do kind of miss being over there. I'm just going to baby this corner a little bit. Oh, a little extra color on there. That's nice. This one too. Corners are sort of my nemesis sometimes. That's okay. As long as they come out good, it doesn't matter what I gotta do to get them that way. Anyway, now that I'm starting to record myself, because let's face it, folks, if you don't put yourself out there in front of people, you're just not gonna get very far. And it's not that I think that I'm great or anything, because trust me, that's the furthest thing from my mind. But people have to be able to see what you're doing. Beautiful. All right. And so here we are. I think this is kind of friggin' cool. I like it. Who knew? Who knew I would actually like it? We do. All right. All right. Here's what's going to happen. I'm done. I'm not touching this some more. I think it's interesting and neat. I am going to go retrieve my camera, and due to the powers of editing, that'll work out nicely. And we'll bring it back over and give you a close-up. Now, if this works, that'd be great.